The historian has not stopped speaking your praises.
The Dark Elves of Raven Rock keep to their city, and we Skull keep to...
The Elders talk of great cities much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many villages?
The others call you a friend.
The blood of wolves runs through... The first piece of wisdom I teach to any hunter of the Skull is to ask the simple question. Should I truly kill this beast? We take only what we need, and so we preserve the oneness with the land. The Skull hunt not for sport, but to survive. We believe that all creatures have a right to live as they will, and when we take what we need from them, we thank the beast for its gifts. The less we disturb the land and the beasts within it, the more we respect the wishes of the All-Maker. When we stalk large game, I lead our hunters in tracking the beast. It is also a way of saying that I am the most skilled hunter in the village. I doubt that an outsider could truly understand, but I hope my words have helped to answer your question. Deer, bear, and horker provide most of what we need for skins and meat. Sometimes, when the wolves grow too bold and threaten the village, we must hunt them to cull their numbers. In days past, my brother Torkild and I would share the hunt, but that was long ago. I wish I could tell you. He had a wild gleam in his eye, more so than most. In my darkest times, I fear he fell in among the werebears of the glacier. Twisted beasts, a curse of Hircine. True bears are noble and great creatures of the wild, but the Daedra have no skill for creation, so they defile the All-Maker's workings. I've heard tell of men who, by curse or by heart's desire, become transformed into one of those vile things. It is a pitiable fate, and one that I fear has fallen to my brother. He set off from here so long ago. It's hard to say. Could be in Hammerfell for all I know. If you happen to cross his path, be wary. He was a fierce warrior as a man. If he fell prey to his more bestial side, he could be deadly. He never felt the call of the All-Maker, as I do. As we all should. We seek to live in peace with the land. But he had an eye for dominance and strength. For unnatural strength, you need look no further than the beasts of this island, mangled by the Daedra. It's not a fate I would wish on anyone, and not what I wanted for my brother. Remember to hunt only when you have need.
I came here to study the history of Solstheim, but it's the skull who intrigued me the most. Well, let me think. I suppose it's been nearly a year now. My goodness, how the time has flown. Well, not so far. They think I'm a bit strange, but they seem to tolerate me. In fact, they've been very accommodating, hospitable even. They seem happy to talk about their traditions and history. Oh, no, most certainly not. I'm a historian. I'm here to learn about the history of Solstheim. Solstheim is a fascinating place. We know so little about its past. There are many mysteries that remain unsolved. Yes, that was a most disturbing experience. But to answer your question, the architecture was strange, almost otherworldly. Given that, and the considerable power it must have taken to affect our minds so completely, it would suggest the work of a powerful mage. Either that, or perhaps a Daedra. If so, then may the Nine protect us. Powerful and malevolent entities who make their home on the plane of oblivion. Some of the more powerful among them can exert their influence within our world. And when they do, men inevitably suffer. Yes, of course. Goodbye.
It's good to see you again, Skull friend. By saving Baldo, you helped to preserve our safety.
My son and I gather items to trade with travelers who visit the village. His name is Nicholas. He's a good lad, strong and loyal. I only wish he wasn't so eager to leave the village. I've tried to tell him that the world beyond our lands is dangerous and cruel, but he won't listen. You would do that? I know he would listen to you. You've been out there in the wide world. You know its perils. Yes, perhaps you can convince him. I would be grateful if you would do this thing, outsider.
I'm sure the Allmaker has more important...
Many hunters pass through our village, and sometimes the Dark Elves of Raven Rock visit us. They bring us things from their homeland that we can't find on the island, such as spices, fine cloth, and ores that we cannot mine here. It's true we Skull prefer a simpler life than some, but we do still enjoy a luxury from time to time. I gathered some plants that are useful for making potions, but I have other goods as well. I hope that you can make my son see
I fear what
wisdom.
would have happened if you hadn't freed us.
The others call you a friend, but I still see an outsider.
If Nicholas leaves me now, I will be truly...
Fear to think the weapons of the skull will never be dull, as long as Baldur Ironshaper tends the forge. Well, first you'll need to obtain some Stalrim, of course, and then you'll need to work it. You can find some in Raven Rock Mine, as well as that new source of Stalrim on the map you recovered from the elves. Just be sure to bring an ancient Nord pickaxe with you. It's the only pickaxe that can mine the Stalrim properly without breaking it. Well, first you'll need to obtain some Stalrim with skill and patience. It's very much like work in ebony. Yes. I'd say if you know how to forge ebony, you know everything you need to know in order to forge Stalrim. Good day.
My mother was Skull, but she left the village and I was born in Skyrim. A trade ship from Skyrim struck ice off the coast near the village, and the Skull took in the surviving sailors. My mother fell in love with one of the sailors, my father, and eventually returned with him to Skyrim. Sadly, no. She died in Falkreath, where I was born. I came across a few of my mother's old things not long ago. Among them was a necklace that my father gave to her when they were married. I believe she would want it placed upon her tombstone in Falkreath as a symbol of her undying love and the great sacrifice she made for it. If you find yourself in Falkreath, please give this amulet to the priest Brunel and tell him that I sent you. He will understand. I don't have much to give in reward, but return to me when the task is done and I'll do what I can. Thank you, Skull friend. Well, the dragons are a constant danger, but so far they have taken little interest in our village. Thank the All-Maker for that. But have they forced us to change the way we live our lives? No, not at all. They are but one more hardship, added to the many we already endure. Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here.
My father was a noble man, and a true Skull. She died when I was very young. She was caught in a terrible snowstorm while returning home from gathering firewood. You must understand that for the Skull, life is a constant hardship. We take nothing for granted. We cannot afford to. Between the wolves, the weather, and the threats in the south, even a simple task like gathering wood for the fire can turn deadly in an instant. We are bound to this land, like a great pine with roots that run as deep as the tree is tall. I know it must seem strange to you, but for us, the thought of leaving our village is equally strange. The land and the Skull are one. There is no other way to say it. I have been preparing for it all my life. There is no question that I'm ready, but... It is not right that I should say this, because I must honor my father's wishes, but this is a path I never chose. I always thought that I would be a great hunter, or even a village chieftain. Not if Fenari has anything to say about it. When it comes to being chieftain, she is like a wolf with her jaws clamped tight upon a fresh kill. But that's all right. The Skal need a shaman, and I know that is my place. It was Skaf the Giant, our former chieftain, who taught me the ways of battle. He was a great bear of a man, and a fearsome warrior. I used to be terrified of him when I was a little girl. I was a restless and angry child, and Skaf taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use. He was a great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly. Join you? You mean leave the village to journey with you and fight at your side? Well, I'm flattered, but the village is my home. It's very rare for one of the Skal to leave. I have responsibilities here. You're right. I suppose the others can get by without me for a while. Very well. If you need my help, seek me out here in the village. Farewell, outsider.
Fear to think what would have happened if you
I
hadn't
hope
saved
that Nicholas will hear your words. He no longer seems to hear them all.
The others call you a friend.
I hope that you will still
The elders talk of great cities much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need someone?
I heard that you and Tharstan explored an ancient crypt. That sounds like an exciting adventure. That's right. I want to go out into the world and earn great glory. I want to hunt the deadliest creatures and claim vast riches. I'm wary of living in this village. I want to do something with my life other than farm, fish, and hunt deer. I know it must be hard for an adventurer such as you to understand this, but we Skal live very boring lives. There is truth in your words. She has not been herself since my father's death. I can see that in my eagerness for adventure, I have forgotten my duties as a son and as a Skal. You have helped me to see wisdom, and I thank you for that, Skal friend. I've seen outsiders in our village before. None were like you.
The historian has not stopped speaking your praises.
I fear what would have happened if you hadn't freed us.
If Nicholas leaves me now, may the Allmaker bless you with many sons and daughters, outsider. Once again, you have shown that you are a true friend of the Skal. I wish that I could give you a reward that is equal to the joy in my heart, but I don't have much to offer one who has so much already. Perhaps these will prove useful to you. These herbs are unique to the island, and their light cannot be found elsewhere. May the sun light your path.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands. I was chosen by the people of the village when our last leader, Skaf the Giant, departed the cold world to join the Allmaker. I suppose I've always spoken my mind and tried to do what's best for the Skal. That's why the others call me Fenari Strongvoice. We are Nords, much like those you'll find in Skyrim. Long ago, our path diverged from that of our cousins on the mainland. We live as one with the land, for the land provides all that we need. Also, like the Nords of old, we embrace the Allmaker. We do not worship the 9 gods of the Empire.
We just keep waiting for Bujal to say the word. We just keep waiting for Bujal to say the word.
What's going on?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Another note from your friend Rallis. I hope everything is all right. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Do you need something?
Good day, friend. Keeping well? Heartstones are only found on Solstheim, as far as I know. Master Neloth believes they may be fragments from inside Red Mountain that were flung here during the huge eruption 200 years ago.
Hold still. Let me get a good look at you. Incipient madness, loss of self-awareness, black spots in the whites of the eyes. Any of the documented indications of Hermaeus Mora's permanent influence? No, you look fine. Well, at least no different than when I first saw you. Who? Oh, him. Well, I assume you killed him. Or Hermaeus Mora turned on him when you looked like the winning bet? Or a bit of both? Mirak's influence has vanished from Solstheim. So, I assumed you handled things. Why? Did something interesting happen? Well, that is what you hero types do, isn't it? I wasn't expecting anything less. Now, all that's left are these black books, waiting for another ambitious fool to be lured into Hermaeus Mora's clutches. Speaking of which, I think I've located another book, if you're interested. Here, let me show you. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Ash Spawn attacks my house, and even my steward is assassinated. That's that, then. I wonder if a dragon... I suppose that depends. Are you willing to be an experimental subject? Well, what are you waiting for? Go get me that book.
Oh, did you need something?
What is it?
It's almost time to feed the mushrooms. They like a drop of blood every now and then, you know. Well, I could use a Daedra heart. Can't grow that in my garden. Yes, that was a lifetime ago. I was just a young girl when Red Mountain erupted. Master Neloth was already old. My mother put me on a boat to Skyrim. The last time I ever saw her, she was standing on the dock as my ship sailed away. I've got the best selection of mushroom and fungi. You'd think that's a bit dried up, but it'll do. Here. Mafala cloak you.
Yes, Sarah. There's something you need? Damnable ash. No matter.
Azura's wisdom to you, friend. Neloth is a real taskmaster. And for tea, the thrice damn tea, I don't think I'll ever learn to make it properly.
Safe travels.
And now you're back. Great. Just great. Draugr again. I mean, we should have expected it, right? What else do you find in these damned crypts but waves and waves of Draugr? At least 6 of the diggers are dead. The rest of them ran off, and I don't blame them. You've had some luck with these things before. Do you think you could go back in? See if anyone's still alive?
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why. Who's there? Who's there? This is the kind of thing I've been wanting to see. Makes everything else worth it.
did you come from? I knew I heard something.
Any news? I should have figured. Damn. Well, at least we can get back to work. But hazard pay keeps piling up, and this won't be getting any cheaper. I'm going to hire some mercenaries this time, too. Having some people around who know how to fight should. Well, it'll set the miners at ease, and hopefully keep them alive. But they won't be cheap either. It's going to hit 3,000 this time, I'm afraid. Have you got that on you? We're going to be making this back 50-fold, partner. Trust me on this. I'll go hire a new crew and some brawny types to keep them safe. Come back and check in on us. Nothing can stop us this time. Councillor Morvain is the only reason Ravenlock has survived all these years.
Cups and plates for me to carry? I live to serve. A butler's work? is never done. I live to serve. It's been so much fun.